Take a break from your busy schedule and join Harold Sala for Guidelines, a 5-minute commentary on living.
An extremely wealthy man became enamored with a very lovely woman who was several years his junior. In a rather bizarre set of circumstances, he happened to get a glimpse of her bathing. She didn't see him, but he saw her. He was middle-aged and slightly bored with life. Married to the wife of his youth, he had several children, everything that money could buy. From the first moment he saw her, he wanted this woman. Daunted at first with the knowledge that she was another man's wife, he hesitated. But then his desire overcame his good sense. After all, a man with his money and his power was not accustomed to being pushed into a corner by anyone. And almost before he realized it, he was involved. Sounds quite contemporary, does it not? Whether it is Monrovia, Manila, or Palm Beach, the circumstances of extramarital involvement are pretty much the same the world over. Desire heightened by boredom, and the quest for adventure produces a justification for extramarital involvement. The situation which I described is one that took place 3,000 years ago. You can read about it in the Bible, 2 Samuel chapter 11. Nonetheless, a study conducted by an associate of marriage and family counselors says that adultery is the cause of nearly half of the problems that confront marriage counselors today. Quote, "Despite its prominence as a factor in marital problems," said Dr. Frederick Humphrey, a professor whose specialty is family relations, there have been few scientific studies on adultery. It's not a very respected subject scientifically, he said. But Humphrey indicated that it's a serious problem today, producing broken homes in at least 1 out of 3 marriages in which it surfaces. One of the last articles that came from the pen of Professor C.S. Lewis of Cambridge was an article entitled, "We Have No Right to Happiness." Lewis dealt with the flood of sexual laxity that has confronted society, and then urged that the sexual instinct of our bodies be treated exactly as any other instinct. A sentry standing guard duty doesn't lie down and go to sleep because he's sleepy. Neither does a person walk out of a classroom and head for a restaurant because he's hungry. Lewis contended there are fundamental moral obligations and duties, and that a person has no right to sexual happiness when it means he takes that which does not belong to him. The Bible asks the question, can a man take fire to his bosom and his clothes not be burned? Can one walk on hot coals and his feet not be seared? So is he who goes into his neighbor's wife. Whoever touches her shall not be innocent. Whoever commits adultery with a woman lacks understanding. He who does so destroys his own soul. We are living in a period of time when sexual laxity has taken its toll on all segments of society, including those who fill the pews of churches on Sunday, and negative preaching is by and large rather ineffective. Nonetheless, if we could but get a picture of the true nature of God and the way in which He views broken homes, I am confident that our behavior patterns would change. God is not a cosmic killjoy who wants to take fun from life. To the contrary, He designs our greatest happiness. David learned there is a price that comes with infidelity, and nothing has changed in 3,000 years.
You've just heard Dr. Harold Sala with Guidelines, a 5-minute commentary on living. If you would like to listen to the program again, download a copy, subscribe to our e-commentary, or view other resources, visit guidelines.org. We would like to hear from you too. You can email us at info@guidelines.org. That's info@guidelines.org. Thanks for listening, and we invite you to join us again for the next edition of Guidelines.